This is what has happened. On two Thursdays ago, I saw that the referendum was being overrun and changed by a deceptive and misleading statement that was being issued on the referendum booklet. Up until I think it was the 24th of August, I was of the belief that the No campaign was winning quite comprehensively, especially in the polls. But when the ballot papers, the example ballot papers, were published by the Australian Electoral Commission, the AEC, I got afraid. I got worried because they changed the law to change the constitution from a very big law, section 129, subsection I, etc., down to a very simple and short one sentence about recognising the first peoples of Australia. And I thought that sentence sounded pretty cool to me, actually, Michael. I thought, wait, maybe I could vote yes for that as well. So I felt deceived and angered by what the Australian Electoral Commission was doing to the Australian people by not giving them all the information, that is informed consent, about the referendum, the most important political situation of this country, if not this entire century, because it will reshape Australia's supreme law forever and permanently. So that is why I shifted gears last week, Michael, on Thursday. And when I contacted you, I decided to go into bat, not against APRA, but against the Commonwealth of Australia. That's right. As of yesterday, I sued the Commonwealth of Australia.
You had an off day, huh? You had an off day. What could I do? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so as of yesterday, as promised, I sued the Commonwealth of Australia and Tom Rogers, the Australian Electoral Commissioner, in the High Court, in the original jurisdiction of the High Court. And it was a suit to demonstrate the invalidity of the very process of the constitutional change itself. What I have sued the Commonwealth and sued the AEC about, and this is all verifiable, by the way, it's all on my website, qpp.life/legal. You can see everything. It's available right now. Is that what is happening, Michael, is that the referendum law says that on the ballot paper, you are only to put the title of the law to be changed, which is that one sentence about recognizing First Peoples only. But the Constitution, which is the greater law, and says how the Constitution is to be changed, specifically in Section 128, says you don't just put the title on the ballot paper, you put the actual law, the proposed law. Again, everybody can look that up. It's the Constitution of Australia, Section 128, the last section indeed. So what I realized last week, Michael, was that the government was deceiving us. How strange, right? The government was deceiving us and not putting the actual law on the ballot paper, but only putting the title on the law. And so we had a conflict between the Referendum Act and the Constitution. And in such conflicts, the Constitution always wins.
Yeah.
So you can see where I'm going with this. So I felt like something needed to be done. Some of my supporters reached out to Jacinta Price. Some of my supporters reached out to Peter Dutton. I did see Peter Dutton the other day say, we're going to have two referendums. That wasn't the type of response I was looking for. So they weren't available to help me with this lawsuit. So I decided to press ahead and to proceed with a suit against the Electoral Commissioner, Tom Rogers, and the Commonwealth of Australia in the High Court. And yes, indeed, that is what I did. Now, the great news is that I expected this battle to go on for weeks and weeks, maybe months, fighting over the validity of the Referendum Act and the ballot. And yet, due to God's great glory and all glory to God, my victory came this afternoon at 4:45 p.m. That's right, Michael. I'm announcing right here and right now that the referendum of 2023 is invalid. It is unlawful. It has been lost. There is no hope for the yes vote at all. The no campaign has won, and there is nothing anybody can do about it. If you don't believe me, go to qpp.life/legal. Look it up. I'm looking at it on my computer right now. It's a miracle. It's gorgeous. It's great. It is a stamped document by Justice Jago of the High Court itself, who has declined to rule on the constitutionality of the referendum, Michael. So with this case being dismissed from further need for analysis or debate. In legal circles, as my lawyer friends will know, once jurisdiction of a law is challenged, which I did do in the High Court, if jurisdiction is not proven, Michael, it is invalid. So whether the Yes campaign knows it now or later, it's all over and done, because you cannot change the Constitution without a lawful process. And Justice Jago, God bless her, has affirmed that the constitutionality of this process is not correct. So I thank God, I thank the court, and we have won.